The last thing I remember wasn't the pain in my chest. It wasn't the way the room spun like a top. It was the sound, a distinct, high-pitched giggle.
It cut through the roaring static in my ears, my sister, holding her phone up, the ring light reflecting in her eyes, laughing as I clawed at my throat, gasping for air that refused to enter.
She wasn't calling 911. She wasn't searching for my EpiPen. She was recording content.
As the darkness swallowed me, one thought flickered through my brain. A cold, hard promise. If I wake up from this, I am going to ruin her.
The beeping was rhythmic. Annoying. The most beautiful sound I had ever heard. It meant I had a pulse.
My throat was raw, like I had swallowed broken glass. I forced my eyes open. The blurred shapes at the foot of the bed sharpened into focus.
My mother, wringing her hands, pale. My father, pacing near the window, looking inconvenienced. And there, sitting in the chair, scrolling on her phone, was Jessica.
She didn't look like someone who had almost killed her brother. She looked bored, like she was waiting for an oil change.
He's waking up, my mother whispered. She rushed to the side of the bed. Liam, honey, can you hear me?
I tried to speak. Only a dry croak came out. I nodded slowly.
Oh, thank God, she exhaled. The doctor said it was touch and go.
Drama queen.
Jessica muttered, not looking up from her screen.
My father shot her a look. Jessica, not now.
What? She snapped. He's fine. Look at him. Everyone acted like I murdered him.
The memory slammed back into me. The dinner. The peace offering. She made dessert specifically for you, my mom had promised. She wants to apologize.
I have a severe peanut allergy. Anaphylactic. Everyone knew this. Rule number 1, no peanuts.
I remembered sitting at the table. Jessica smiling, sliding the vegan tart toward me. I made it with almond flour, she said. Strictly safe.
I took one bite. Just one.
Did you put, I rasped, my voice like gravel. Did you put peanuts?
The room went silent. My mother looked away. My father adjusted his watch. Jessica rolled her eyes.
It was just a little bit of peanut butter in the crust, she said, waving her hand. For texture. I didn't think you'd react like that. I thought you were just being dramatic about the allergy. For attention.
I stared at her. The heart monitor beeped faster. Beep, beep, beep.
You knew, I whispered.
I thought you'd get a rash, she argued, shrilly. Maybe some hives. I had the camera ready because it would have been funny. How was I supposed to know your throat would close up? That's a design flaw in your body, Liam. Not my fault.
Jessica, my mother hissed. Then she turned to me, the pleading look. Liam, sweetheart, she didn't mean it. It was a prank gone wrong. She's devastated.
Jessica grunted. Whatever.
The important thing is you're okay, my father added, and we need to handle this internally. The doctors were asking questions. We told them it was an accident. Cross-contamination at a bakery. We didn't mention Jessica. We don't need police sniffing around a family misunderstanding.
A family misunderstanding. I nearly died. My heart stopped. And to them, it was like breaking a vice.
Where is my phone, I asked. We kept it safe, Mom said. Give it to me. Liam, rest and give. It. To. Me.
She handed it over. I snatched it, holding it like a lifeline.
Look, my father said. Low voice. The hospital bill is going to be expensive, but we'll handle it. We'll take care of the bills. You just focus on getting better, and we'll put this messy chapter behind us.
He was buying my silence, a bribe wrapped in parental concern. I looked at Jessica. She was typing furiously, probably deleting the video or posting it with a crying emoji.
Okay, I said softly. I'm tired. Good, Mom. Kiss my forehead. Sleep.
I closed my eyes. I waited. I waited until my dad went to the cafeteria, until my mom dozed off, until Jessica left to get vape juice.
When I was alone, I opened my eyes. I unlocked my phone. I didn't go to texts. I went to the voice memos app.
I had started recording the moment my dad said, "We need to handle this internally."
5 minutes of audio. Jessica admitting she put peanuts in the crust. Jessica admitting she filmed it. My parents admitting they lied to the doctors.
I stopped the recording, uploaded it to the cloud, emailed it to a secure drive.
My throat burned. My chest ached. But a new feeling took root in my gut. Cold, sharp, surgical.
They thought this was over because I survived. They had no idea. I wasn't just a patient anymore. I was an accountant of grievances. And I was opening a new file.
The door opened. A nurse walked in. Hi, Liam. Glad to see you awake. I need to ask a few questions. Your parents mentioned a bakery accident? We need to know which one.
I looked at the nurse. I looked at my sleeping mother. I looked at the phone in my hand.
It wasn't a bakery, I whispered, raspy but clear. And it wasn't an accident.
The nurse stopped writing. Excuse me?
I need you to call the police, I said. And I need you to document everything I'm about to tell you, because what happened to me wasn't a mistake. It was an assault.
My mother stirred, waking up. Her eyes met mine. She wasn't looking at her son. She was looking at a threat.
Liam, she asked, trembling, what are you doing?
I smiled, even though it hurt. I'm handling it, Mom. Just like you taught me.
The air shifted from stale stillness to the electric tension of a crime scene.
My mother froze, the look of a woman watching a porcelain vase tip off a shelf. He's confused, she stammered. Plastic smile, the medication. Liam, stop scaring the nurse.
Nurse O'Malley didn't smile. She stepped between the bed and my mother. Ma'am, step away from the patient.
He's my son. My mother snapped. He's hallucinating.
I'm telling you, I said, adrenaline flooding my veins. My sister fed me peanuts knowing I have a deadly allergy. She filmed my reaction, and my parents are covering it up.
The nurse looked at me, then at my mother. Hospitals see everything. She reached for the phone. Security to room 304. Notify the on-duty officer. Domestic incident.
No. My mother lunged, then stopped. She turned her fury on me. You are ruining her life over a mistake. She's your sister.
She almost made me a corpse, I replied cold. I think the trade-off is fair.
Security arrived. My father walked in with coffee, dropped it. Brown liquid splashing everywhere. What is going on? Your son is delirious. Mom sobbed. Liam, stop this nonsense, Dad glared. We are handling this as a family.
Sir, step out, the guard said. This is my son, and he is an adult requesting law enforcement. Nurse O'Malley interjected. Leave voluntarily or be escorted out, forcefully.
My father looked at the guards. He saw the phone in my hand, the dead look in my eyes. His authority evaporated. Fine, we'll wait in the hallway. Liam, once you ring this bell, you can't unring it.
That's the point, I whispered.
The door closed. Silence. You did the brave thing, the nurse said softly. Most people don't have a sister who views their death as content, I muttered.
20 minutes later, Detective Harris. He looked like a man who had seen too much stupidity. So, your sister poisoned you. Poisoned via allergen, I corrected. And your parents' accessories after the fact.
Harris wrote it down. Heavy accusation, son. Do you have proof?
This was the moment. I held up my phone. I recorded a conversation in this room 30 minutes ago. I pressed play.
My father's voice filled the room. We told them it was a bakery accident, Jessica's voice. I thought he'd get a rash. It would have been funny.
Harris stopped writing. He listened to the entire 5 minutes.
Where is your sister now?
His tone changed. The hunter catching a scent. Gift shop. Pink hoodie.
Harris stood up. Email me that file. Do not delete it. We are going to secure her phone before she wipes it. He paused at the door. You sure you want to do this? This is felony assault. It destroys families.
I looked at the IV tube. I remembered the terror of drowning in open air. My family was destroyed the moment she put peanuts in the crust, I said. I'm just signing the death certificate.
An hour passed. I lay in bed, counting ceiling tiles, alone. No wallet, no ride.
Then a younger officer walked in. Grim face. Mr. Miller, we detained your sister. We have her phone.
Did you find the video?
He hesitated, uncomfortable. Yeah, we found it and recently deleted. But it's not just the video.
He looked at me with pity. We found a group chat. It looks like this wasn't a prank. They were betting on it. A dead pool, the officer said. Betting on how long the EpiPen would take. Your sister had $500 on ICU admission. She didn't call 911 because she wanted to win the bet.
Bile rose in my throat. My life was a prop in a $500 gamble.
Is she... I couldn't finish.
She's in custody. But your parents called a lawyer. And Mr. Miller, he locked eyes with me. The lawyer isn't just representing her. He handed us a letter for you. Your parents are filing a restraining order against you.
I stared at him. They claim you attacked your sister in a psychotic rage and ate the tart yourself to frame her.
The audacity was breathtaking. They were doubling down, trying to gaslight the legal system.
I threw my head back and laughed. A dark, jagged sound. Let them try, I wheezed. They have a lawyer. I have the truth. And I'm about to become the most expensive problem they have ever had.
The laughter died in my throat, replaced by a cold, vibrating silence. I saw a chessboard. My parents were adversaries. My sister, a criminal. For the first time in 25 years, I was free.
Officer, I wiped my eyes. If they are filing a restraining order, I can't go home, correct?
Technically, yes, he said. I wouldn't recommend it. But Mr. Miller, I'll make sure that Deadpool chat is backed up on 3 hard drives. That is your golden ticket.
He left. The surgeon was awake. I reached for my phone. Step 1, assets.
I opened my banking app, joint checking $12, personal savings, 0.
Yes.
I stared at the 0. A transfer of $8,500, my entire life savings, moved 3 hours ago. Recipient, Miller Family Trust.
They cleaned me out. While I was fighting to breathe, they stole everything, cutting my supply lines.
I didn't panic. Panic is for victims. I took a screenshot. Receipt number 1. I called the bank. Fraud department. Unauthorized transfers. It would take 10 days. 10 days I didn't have.
Step 2, logistics. I called Ben, my only real friend, paralegal, cynical, loyal dude, he answered. Why are you whispering I'm in the hospital? Jessica poisoned me. Parents stole my money. I need a ride on my way. Don't sign anything. Throw a bedpan if they show up.
Nurse O'Malley returned with a plastic bag. Your parents took your clothes, she said gently. They wanted to leave you vulnerable. She handed me scrubs from the lost and found. Get them, Liam. For every patient their family failed, get them.
I dressed oversized sweats, faded hoodie. I looked like a fugitive. I felt like a warrior. I signed the discharge papers against medical advice. Staying here was more dangerous than the allergy.
Ben was waiting at the curb. As we pulled away, I saw my father's BMW turning in. We missed him by seconds.
Where to? Ben asked, your couch. And the scariest lawyer you know. That would be Elena, Ben said. She eats prosecutors for breakfast.
We spent the night constructing the war room. Pizza, spreadsheets, evidence. This is grand larceny, Ben said, pacing. The betting pool proves premeditation, conspiracy to commit bodily harm.
I want to sue them, I said. Not just for medical bills, for everything. I want to itemize every single thing they took from me.
The surgeon's bill, Ben mused. But first, we need to survive the PR storm. He handed me his phone. TikTok. 2.4 million views.
It was Jessica, crying fake tears. My brother has mental health issues. He attacked me today. He ate the tart to frame me because he's jealous of my following. Please pray for Liam. Caption family crisis.
He sounds like a psycho. Stay safe, queen.
She was weaponizing her audience, painting me as the villain before I could file a report. She has 500,000 followers, I said. They think I'm a monster.
And you have the truth, Ben said, and the record.
I can't post it yet. I have to play this smart. I walk to the window. We respond in court. Every lie she tells, defamation. Add 50 grand to the bill. Start a spreadsheet, Ben. Call it the reckoning. Tomorrow, we see Elena, and I send my sister a gift, a preservation letter. If she deletes one single text, she goes to jail for destroying evidence. She wanted a viral moment. I'm giving her a legal precedent.
Buzz, my phone, text from Mom. We know you're with Ben. The police are looking for you. Come home, and we won't press charges for the assault.
Assault. They were sticking to the lie.
Lad, I grabbed my bag. We can't stay here. How do they know? Find my iPhone. It's linked to the family plan. They're tracking me.
I looked at the phone, my lifeline, and my beacon. Trash it, Ben asked.
No, I said, a grim smile forming. Mail it? What? Tape it to a Greyhound bus headed for Mexico. Let them chase a ghost while we build the gallows.
And humans, when you're arranging a contract, it'd be welcome to Motedo like Mo. Well, welcome bomb drop. Hey, mum. How long you want? How I doubt after exploring itemized Q-turnedy, itemized campias to that before. And I know from us avails unite fun or any. I could me build the things we are possible spreadly smelt and trust. To brew half in anyone's share is lacked behind. The loaning that may be select to be about a fasting, yeah. Even lazy glad. We can help believe you cannot help Pinarga. The make sound so what we can pluck away. The word not there. I enjoyed the conclusion. We weird before Malona's human Kakalto and
how's it going, campus? Should be that I don't have a campus.
Not working forward now. How am I checking that? Me? And I did not have woods. This no, it's not as a fun. And seen him and I can hoping out. In the end here, what's the campus?
The lawyer's strategy. We sue the friends. Ye move genius है. Jessica और parents तो झूठ बोलेंगे लेकिन दोस्तों को अपनी future की परवाह होगी.
The invoice. The surgeon's bill idea, unique hay, damages itemized karna beat 5 million emotional or financial badla dono hay.
The weak link. Brianna phone kana or evidence. Pagena story ka turning point hay.
The video. Jessica ka dialogue. Let me get the angle sun ke kla kunkol jata hai. Ye villainy ki inteha hai.
Script, doctor feedback.
Logic. Brianna reaction, realistic hay. Stanford scholarship wole baake risk nahilete.
Pacing evidence miln ka sequence thora tids hai, lekin thriller genre mein chalta hai.
Clean AI voiceover script section 4.
Fi drive Saigan side. Simply phone sat on the dashboard, glowing like a live grenade. You sure about this? Ben asked.
Once that phone is gone, you're off the grid.
That's the point, I said. I grabbed the duct tape. We found a Greyhound bus headed for El Paso. I slipped around back, taped the phone to the underside of the bumper.
Safe travels, I whispered.
As the bus pulled away, I felt a strange sensation. Amputation. The Liam who begged for approval was gone. The man standing in the exhaust cloud was someone else.
Okay, Ghost, Ben clapped my shoulder. Let's get you a burner and a shark.
Next morning, Elena, Vance, and Associates. It looked like a war room. Elena was small, sharp, and terrifying. Show me the receipts, she said.
I opened the laptop. The recording. The stolen money screenshot. The nurse's statement. The Deadpool report.
Elena watched in silence. Good news, she said. You have a criminal case for assault and grand larceny. The recording is admissible.
And the bad news.
She spun her monitor. Jessica's TikTok, 4 million views. The narrative is set. You're the unstable brother. Any move you make will be seen as aggression.
So I do nothing.
No, Elena smiled. A smile full of teeth. We attack the foundation. We don't sue Jessica yet. We sue the friends.
The friends.
The dead pool. She tapped the desk. Jessica won't crack, but her friends? Teenage girls terrified of losing scholarships. They are weak links. We send preservation letters, threaten them with conspiracy. One of them will flip.
I looked at Ben. He was grinning. I like it, I said, but I want to add something. What I want to bill them.
Bill them?
An itemized invoice, the medical bills, the stolen savings, the legal fees. My father understands money. He doesn't understand feelings. If I send him a bill for $400,000, he'll listen.
Unconventional, Elena admitted, but we can attach it to the demand letter. First, we need a rat.
We spent 6 hours hunting. Ben identified the target. Brianna, she commented on Jessica's post. Are you sure this is safe? And she had a swimming scholarship to Stanford. That's our girl, Elena said. Draft the letter.
While they worked, I opened a spreadsheet. Invoice, Grubing Barad, Amerpind Example Family, Subject 1. To the Miller Family Trust. Item 1, ICU stay, $18,500. Item 2, stolen funds, $8,500. Item 3, emergency housing, $5,000.
I added the most satisfying line. Item 5. The audacity of asking me to eat a tart, $100,000.
Letter sent, Elena said. If Brianna deletes those texts, she commits a felony.
That evening, my burner phone buzzed. Unknown number. Hello, is this Liam? A young female voice. Terrified. This is Brianna. Please. I didn't bet. I told them not to do it.
The weak link had snapped.
Brianna, I said coldly, believing you doesn't keep you out of court. Evidence does.
I have it, she sobbed. The group chat, the raw video. I saved it all.
Send it to me. And Brianna, don't tell Jessica.
2 minutes later, my email pinged. A treasure trove. Screenshot of chat. Operation Peanut. Jessica. $100 he eats it and looks like a pufferfish. I need the content.
And then the video. The raw footage. Me taking the bite. My eyes widening. The wheezing. And Jessica's voice. OMG, look at him. Don't call 911 yet. Let me get the angle.
My father in the background. Jessica, is that safe? Jessica, relax, Dad. Let him sweat.
I watched myself dying on screen. I watched my sister prioritize a camera angle over my life.
I closed the laptop. We have them, Ben whispered. We have them cold.
Not yet, I said. We have the evidence. Now we need the venue.
I looked at the invoice. I added a new line. Item 6, punitive damages for attempted murder, $5 million.
Film. I stood up. Get the camera. We're making a response video.
We didn't use a ring light. Ben cleared off his kitchen table. One harsh desk lamp, deep shadows, bruised jaw, hollow eyes. I looked exactly like what I was, a man dragged back from death.
You ready? Ben asked. I thought about the millions commenting pray for Jessica. I thought about the stolen $8,000. I'm ready. Rolling.
I leaned into the lens. My name is Liam Miller. I am not mentally unstable. I am not jealous. I did not eat that tart to frame my sister. I ate it because my mother told me it was safe. I ate it because my father watched me do it. And I almost died because my sister wanted to win $500.
I signaled Ben. He played Brianna's video. Jessica's voice rang out. OMG, look at him! Wait, don't call yet! Let me get the angle!
Silence. That is my sister, I said, filming me while my airway closed.
Ben held up the chat screenshot. This was a game. And my parents? They are accomplices. They stole my life savings while I was in the ICU. They are trying to commit me to silence me.
I leaned closer to the internet. Stop praying for them. They are predators. And to Mom, Dad, and Jessica, you stole from me. You tried to steal my freedom, but you forgot one thing. I kept the receipts. This isn't a family dispute. This is an invoice, and payment is due.
Ben hit stop. We uploaded it. The Rochette's IM.
The wait was agonizing. 10 minutes of nothing. Then it roared, notifications vibrating the phone across the table. 1,000 views, 100,000 views.
Comments shifted from confused to horrified. Wait, is that real audio? She let him choke for content. Cancel Jessica Miller.
Within an hour, the tide turned into a tsunami. Jessica's follower count began to freefall. Brands tagging her, partnership terminated.
Just for beat on wasted conversation. Ben grinned. And your GoFundMe? Yeah, it's at $12,000.
The money was good, but the victory was the text from Brianna. Jessica is screaming. Her agent dropped her. My mom says the police are at your parents' door with a warrant.
They had a warrant. The video forced their hand. But while the internet burned Jessica, I focused on the other equation. My parents.
Why did they steal $500? They lived in a 6-bedroom house, drove BMWs. It was petty cash. Unless it wasn't.
Ben, I said.
Log into the joint account?
Why? It's empty.
I want to see where the money went.
Ben checked. Transfer out $500. Destination Miller Family Trust.
Can we access the trust?
No. But my dad uses the same password for everything.
Miller time 1.
Ben tried it on the mortgage portal. Login successful.
Unbelievable, Ben muttered. He clicked on the details. Liam, they haven't paid the mortgage in 4 months. What status pre-foreclosure? Notice of default sent. They are $24,000 behind.
He pointed to the history. Payment failed. Payment failed. And today, payment received. $8,500.
The pieces slammed together. They didn't steal my money just to hurt me. They stole it because they are broke.
The BMWs were leased. The house was underwater. They needed Jessica to be a star because she was their retirement plan. A lawsuit would expose them.
They are destitute, I whispered, living on fumes.
This changes everything, Ben said. If you sue them, you won't get a dime.
I don't care about the money. I smiled coldly. I care about the leverage. If I get a judgment, I can put a lien on the house.
Would I evict your parents?
No. I want to own them. I want to be the one holding the keys when the bank comes knocking. I want my father to realize the son he threw away is the only thing standing between him and a homeless shelter.
I opened the spreadsheet. I edited the invoice. Item 7, interest on stolen funds, compounded hourly.
Send the invoice, Ben. Email it to my dad. Email it to his lawyer. Subject line in all caps, invoice overdue. Payment demanded immediately.
I looked at the city lights. Somewhere a Greyhound bus was leading my parents on a wild goose chase. Meanwhile, I was about to drop a financial nuke on their glass house.
B3:0 a.m. The witching hour. I watched the blue dot on my laptop screen, my old iPhone, hurtling down Interstate 55, strapped to a Greyhound bus.
My parents were 30 miles behind it, chasing a ghost, desperate to silence me before the legal system ground them to dust.
Let them drive, I said. I turned to the police scanner, Unit 4 Alpha, executing search warrant at 12 Maple Drive.
We switched to the news stream. A helicopter shot of my childhood home, police using a battering ram.
They dragged Jessica out, no makeup, screaming, fighting the cuffs. It looked pathetic. She was a monster, yes, but a monster created by the two people chasing a bus.
Buzz. Text from Elena. They turned around. Look at the tracker.
I checked Life 360. My parents had pulled a U-turn, rocketing back north. They issued a statement. Elena texted, "Check your email."
I read it aloud. We are devastated. We had absolutely no knowledge of the betting pool. We were led to believe it was an accident. We cannot defend the indefensible actions of our daughter.
Holy shite, Ben whispered. They threw her under the bus.
They backed over her, I said. They lied to the doctors. They're on the recording. They were trying to sever the limb to save the body.
They're coming back to secure assets, I realized. They haven't paid the mortgage. They know I know. What can they do? Strip the house. Empty the safe. Run.
I texted Brianna, who is their lawyer. Reply, Mr. Henderson, but he dropped them an hour ago. He saw your invoice. He knows they're broke.
The invoice worked. It disarmed them. Rihanna added, my mom says your dad asked to borrow a truck.
ISO crew, I said. They're taking the furniture, the fixtures. They're going to strip the house bare before the bank takes it.
The beach station!
Why, to bail out Jessica.
Ben choked on his coffee. The girl who tried to kill you?
Hear me out. My parents just abandoned her. She is sitting in a cell, watching her career burn. Nothing is more dangerous than a narcissist betrayed.
So,
I show her that statement. I tell her mom and dad are looting the house. She won't just testify. She will destroy them. She knows the safe combination. She knows where the bodies are buried.
You're going to weaponize the monster, Ben realized.
Surgery I corrected to kill the host. Sometimes you have to use the virus.
We checked the bail. 5,000 cash. I pawned my grandfather's watch. I'm not selling it, I told Ben. I'm investing it.
8:30 a.m., County Precinct. I'm here to post bond for Jessica Miller.
The sergeant stared.
You are the brother. Yes, I'd like to take my sister home.
20 minutes later, the steel door buzzed. Jessica walked out, small, wrinkled sweats. She flinched when she saw me.
I didn't scream. I held out my phone, displaying the press release. Read this.
She scanned the lines where our parents called her indefensible. Her hand shook. Her face went red. The sadness evaporated, replaced by pure rage.
They said what? She whispered.
They threw you away, Jess, I said softy. They're at the house right now, loading a truck, taking the money, taking the jewelry, leaving you with the felonies.
She looked up. The influencer was gone. What was left was a creature of vengeance.
Take me to the house, she hissed.
I thought you'd never ask, I said.
Unnecessary. I have still a room for Pacific trust in U.S. family, and the current response have been natural. It's like,
yay, Section 7.
The climax. Bohat intense or satisfying? Hey!
Not brilliant in hapti this seek.
Highlight.
The confrontation, driveway par safe ki liye la diacene, visually chaotic or powerful hey.
The safe reveal. $250,000 car check. जो 5 साल से छुपाया था, ये theft को grand larceny बना देता है.
Grandma's letter. Run far away, my sweet boy. Ye emotional punch hai jo. Liam ko validate करते hai.
Lieskit.
बैंक वैन से बैंक की कार को राम करना और भागना ये एक्शन मूवी लेवल क्लाइमैक्स है.
The twist. Dad apna wallet license cash girigay. Ab wo bahag nahi sakte.
Strip doctor feedback.
Logic. Cashier's checks often don't expire. Lekin agar expire ho bhi gaya ho. To unclaimed property laws ke tehat paisa Liam ka hi hai. Ye legally sound hai.
Character. Jessica का reaction. जवाब. उसे पता चलता है कि ग्रैंडमा उसे पसंद नहीं करती थी. ये उसे ह्यूमनाइज करता है. वो भी विक्टिम है, पर अलग तरह से.
Clean AI voiceover script section 7.
The drive was suffocating. Jessica vibrating with rage. They threw me away, she muttered. They called me a liability, I corrected. They cut their losses. I'm going to kill them. No, you're going to bankrupt them.
We turned onto Maple Drive. Chaos. Neighbors filming. An unmarked white van backed up to the garage. My father struggling with a heavy floor safe. My mother carrying armfuls of designer clothes.
Stop the car, I told Ben. We blocked the driveway. My father looked up, saw me, then saw Jessica. He dropped the safe. Thud. It cracked the pavement.
Jessica, he croaked. You're in jail. I made bail. she said, voice eerily calm. Liam bailed me out. Funny, right?
We were coming to get you, Mom stammered, gaslighting smile.
I read the statement. Mom, Jessica said. The one where you threw me to the wolves?
Zoe, it was strategy, Dad shouted. For the family.
For the family. I stepped forward. Is that why you drained my account? Why you haven't paid the mortgage?
My father's eyes snapped to me. Hatred. You ungrateful leech. We had a plan. We were going to pivot Jessica to a redemption arc. Made millions.
I am a victim, I said cold. And you're broke. I showed him the invoice. Did you get my bill, Dad? Interest is compounding.
Go to hell, he sneered. Actually, Ben interrupted. Recording. You're looting a foreclosed property. That's bank fraud.
My father looked at the neighbors. Trapped. Get in the truck, Susan, he yelled. He tried to heave the safe.
Jessica, I said quietly. She lunged. Sitting on the safe. Get off, Dad screamed. No, this is my money. I earned it.
A grotesque scene, wrestling over a steel box. Stop, I yelled. I walked over. Open it, I said to my father, or I call the police back. Looting a crime scene. You'll never leave this driveway.
He knew I was right. Fine, he spat. You want to see? We have nothing.
He spun the dial. Click. He threw the door open. Passports, watches, a hard drive, and a thick envelope. For Liam. From Grandma.
I froze. Grandma died 5 years ago. I reached for it. Don't touch that. Dad yelled. Ben blocked him.
For the seal. A letter. And a cashier's check. Dated 5 years ago. Amount. $250,000.
The zeros swam before my eyes. What is this? I whispered. It's nothing, Mom cried. It's void.
I unfolded the letter. My dearest Liam, I know your father. Run far away, my sweet boy.
You hid it, I whispered. She left me $250,000, and you hid it for 5 years.
We couldn't cash it. Dad snapped. It was in your name. You refused to sign power of attorney. We needed the liquidity.
You stole my future, I said. You let me drown in debt while you had a check sitting in a box.
Where's my envelope?
Jessica screamed. You didn't get one, Dad muttered. Mom didn't like you.
Jessica stared at him. The betrayal absolute? You are monsters, she whispered.
Then, I said, take a picture. I looked at my father. Grand larceny, mail fraud.
Liam, please.
Mom wailed. We can split it. We need money to run.
Right, I said. You do, Bane. Call the police.
No, Dad screamed. He grabbed the hard drive and bolted. He jumped in the van. Mom scrambled in. Get out of the way, he rammed Ben's car. Crunch. Glass shattered. He pushed the Honda onto the lawn and tore out of the driveway. Tires smoking.
They ran, Ben said. They actually ran.
They won't get far, I said, clutching the letter. He forgot the one thing he needs.
I pointed to the ground, my father's wallet, fallen during the struggle. No license, no cash, no credit cards.
I picked it up, and he's driving a suspicious vehicle.
I looked at Jessica, staring at the empty safe. Get in the car, Jess. We're taking an Uber.
Where are we going? She asked, hollow voice.
To the bank, I said, to cash a check. And then, we're going hunting.
The officer looked at the crumpled remains of Ben's car. Attempted vehicular assault, he muttered, leaving the scene. Grand larceny.
I handed over the wallet. He dropped this. No ID, no money, no gas cards. We'll put out a bolo, the officer said. White Ford Transit. No plates, Jessica added. Her eyes laser-focused.
We took an Uber to First National Bank, downtown branch. Marble and gold. I held the envelope so tight my knuckles turned white. This check was everything. The reset button. The apology my grandmother never got to give.
I walk straight to the manager's office. My name is Liam Miller, and I have a problem that is about to become your problem.
I placed the check on his desk. 5 years old, $250,000. It's stale dated, he said. I can't cash this.
It's a cashier's check, I said. The funds are sitting in your general ledger. Unclaimed. My father, the executor, hid it from me. If you deny me access, I will name this bank as a co-conspirator in his fraud lawsuit.
The manager blanched. Let me call legal.
He stepped out. You think he's going to give it to you?
Jessica asked.
He has to.
I said.
Or I burn the building down.
What was on the hard drive, she asked suddenly. What the drive Dad took. He cared about it more than the money, I don't know, tax returns?
No, Jessica shook her head. Dad helps rich people hide money, crypto wallets, layering. I think that drive is the ledger. The list of everyone he launders for.
Ben looked up. Holy stop. RICO violations. That's why he ran. He's going to sell the drive.
The manager walked back in, sweating. Mr. Miller, legal has cleared the check. We can issue a wire transfer. Wire it, I said, to this account.
Click. Click. Enter. Transfer initiated.
I stood up. 50 pounds lighter. The money was safe. I was safe.
We walked out into the sun. Where is he going? Ben asked. He needs a buyer for that drive. Who are his clients? I asked Jessica. He used code names. The architect, he went to the Orion Club a lot.
He's going there, I said. We can't get in, Ben said. High security.
I checked my phone. $250,000 deposited.
I looked at Jessica, the fallen influencer. I looked at Ben, the paralegal. And I looked at myself, the surgeon.
We don't need to get in, I said. I pulled up the Find My app. When I was in the basement, I put an air tag in the lining of Dad's go bag.
I zoomed in on the map. The dot wasn't heading to the club, it was heading toward the lakefront, the marina.
He's not meeting a client, I said. He's meeting a boat. A boat? The architect isn't a person, it's a yacht. He's trying to flee by water to Canada.
We have to stop him, Jessica said.
We will, I said. But now I call the detective. Meet us at Burnham Harbor. Jessica, get an Uber.
And you Ben asked.
And I'm going to send one final invoice, I said, to the harbor master.
The Uber screeched to a halt at Burnham Harbor. The sky was a bruised shade of purple. The air smelled of diesel and dead fish. It fit. It smelled like my family.
There at Taake, I said.
We ran past the rows of boats. And then we saw them. A sleek black yacht named the Architect. My parents arguing with the crewmen. Let us board, Dad screamed, clutching the hard drive. No guests, the crewman said. Police bolo on your vehicle.
Dad, I called out.
The word hung in the air. He froze, turned slowly. He looked at the 3 ghosts of his past sins. Me, Jessica, and Ben.
It's over, I said. The police are 3 minutes out. That boat isn't going anywhere.
You did this, he spat. You ungrateful. Was it worth it, I asked. The nose jobs, the leased cars. You stole my inheritance. You tried to kill my sister's career, all to protect this.
So, I built this family, he screamed.
I made sacrifices.
You sacrificed us. Jessica stepped forward. You let Liam choke. You left me in a cell. You are a parasite.
I made you, he yelled. Without me, you are nothing. And without me, you're just a felon, she laughed coldly.
My mother stepped forward, looking old, terror in her eyes. Liam, please, let us go. We'll send you money. We can pay you back.
Pay me back, I asked. You stole from me while I was on a ventilator. You hid a check for $250,000. There is no paying me back.
I pulled out my phone. Invoice 010. Final item, closure. The audit is finished and you are bankrupt.
Sirens wailed, blue and red lights flashed against the hull. My father looked at the police cars, then at the water. I'm not going to jail. he whispered.
He ran to the edge of the pier. Dad, no, Jessica screamed. He threw the hard drive. Splash. It sank instantly.
It's gone, he screamed, a manic grin on his face. The evidence, it's gone. They have nothing on me.
I looked at the ripples, then at Ben. Ben was smiling.
Actually, Mr. Miller Ben said, that drive was just the backup. The primary cloud sync? The one on the family iMac? The one that shares a password with your mortgage portal?
My father's smile faltered.
We downloaded it, Ben said. It's sitting in a secure Dropbox. And I just emailed the link to the FBI.
My father's knees gave out. He crumpled. He wasn't a titan. He wasn't a mastermind. He was just a sad man who ran out of passwords.
Police swarmed the dock, hands in the air. My mother sobbed on her knees. My father sat catatonic.
As they dragged him past me, he looked up. His eyes were dead. You're no son of mine, he whispered.
I know, I said, feeling the weight lift off my shoulders. I'm the plaintiff.
They loaded them into squad cars. Jessica stood watching, arms wrapped around herself.
Is it over?
She asked.
The criminal part? Yes. Now comes the civil suit, the sale of the house. I don't care about the money, she said. I do, I said, because I'm going to use it to fix the one thing that matters. What?
I looked at Ben. You okay? Need a new car? And a raise. You'll get both. But first, one more stop.
We're the hospital. I need to heal.
As we walked away from the wreckage, I opened the spreadsheet one last time. I typed in bold letters, status, PAAG, voyage.
All tree.
I hit save, deleted the file. The surgeon had finished the operation. The tumor was removed. And for the first time, the prognosis was good.
I put my arm around my sister, and together we walked toward the rest of our lives.
The gavel didn't sound like a thunderclap. It sounded like a period at the end of a long sentence.
6 months had passed. I sat in the courtroom, wearing a suit bought with earned money. Next to me sat Jessica. No extensions, no makeup. She looked like herself.
We watched the sentencing. My father stood hunched over. He had taken a plea deal, surrendering the encryption keys.
Mr. Miller, the judge said, you treated your family like a corporation. I sentence you to 8 years in federal prison.
Mrs. Miller, 36 months.
My father didn't scream. He just slumped. He scanned the gallery, locked eyes with me. His eyes were empty. Since his net worth was zero, he ceased to exist.
We walked out into the crisp autumn air. It's over, Jessica said. The criminal part is over, I agreed. Now comes the cleanup.
We drove to the suburbs one last time. The bank had foreclosed on Maple Drive, but as a creditor, I had arranged a final walkthrough.
The house looked like a corpse left to rot. Grass overgrown, windows boarded up. We unlocked the door. The air smelled of dust and abandoned ambition.
I walked into the kitchen, the granite island where the bakery accident happened. I'm sorry, Jessica said, standing in the doorway. We had spent months in therapy. I know, I said. I forgive you, but I won't forget.
I don't expect you to, she said. I'm a barista now. No cameras allowed. It's nice.
Real life is better than the feed, I said.
I walked to the backyard. The hydrangeas were dead. My father's last command was to water them. I hadn't. Nature took its course.
I reached into my pocket, a check. Proceeds from the settlement. Here, I handed Jessica an envelope.
She opened it. $50,000. Liam, she gasped. I tried to kill you.
Yes. And then you helped me bury them. This isn't a gift, Jess. It's a severance package. Go to college. Become a nurse. Do something that helps people. But if you ever pick up a camera to exploit someone, I will come for this money with interest.
She cried. I promise.
We left the house. I threw the keys into the bushes, let the bank change the locks.
Later, I met Ben at a bar. Elena offered me a job, he grinned. Associate track. She says I have a knack for malicious compliance. You're going to be a terrifying lawyer, I laughed.
And what about you? Ben asked. You have the grandmother money, the settlement. What does Liam Miller do now?
I looked at my glass. I think I'm going to open a bakery. Ben choked. A bakery? After everything?
A peanut-free bakery, I smiled. Strictly allergen safe, transparent ingredients, no lies, just good, safe food for people who are scared to eat.
That is the most trauma-informed business plan ever, Ben said. I'll represent you pro bono.
I drove home to my new apartment, a loft in the city. I logged into the Rechette's I Am one last time, 3 million followers, the internet demanding more tea.
I created a new post. Just text, the legal battle is over. My parents are in prison. Justice isn't just about punishing the bad guys, it's about healing. I itemized my pain to hold them accountable. But you can't live your life as an invoice. Document everything, trust your gut, and never let them convince you that you are the problem. This is Liam Miller signing off.
Great boss. And the Eagles.
The screen went black. I was free.
I walked into my kitchen, bag of oat flour, basket of apples. I turned on the oven. I wasn't a surgeon anymore. I was a baker. And for the first time, I was going to make something sweet that wouldn't kill me.